Folks, I want to talk about this interesting sector. I call it as an optical fiber infrastructure, optical cable sector. Why is it so important? We all know AI, software technology, data centers, everything is blooming. GPUs blooming. All the graphics card, RAM, everything is super expensive. But the thinking is done by them. Who drives the data? Optical cables and fiber cables drives that data. So what do we need? We need an infrastructure. We need those racks, we need those servers, we need all those wires, buildings. So all these giant companies, they do contracts with these type of agencies. What are these agencies? What are these some of the stocks and amazing performances that I have been playing in my Discord and I want to talk about it. A lot of people tend to overlook this and miss out on a simple money. My number one stock is Poet. I've been playing Poet in my Discord right now with the swing trades. Let's look at what it has been doing on its daily chart right now. We are on a daily here. Price action was nicely in this supporting this channel. As you can see, it was pumping all the way up here, started from almost 0.77. So you can think of it as more of a penny stock. It did an amazing bounce here and then went back down, but continued to hold this channel throughout the time. You can look at it that way. I really like how it has been doing these double tops here. Well, that is based on the previous levels. It still has an all-time high, which is almost 12.80. I would love to see the stock going even higher than that. I am already in the swings for this. Now, if price has already done some type of pullback and it has came to one of my levels, which is $6, 6.05, I would love for this stock to hold this level and probably catch a bounce of this. Even if it comes down, I'm not really worried. It has broken out of this pennant that I was looking at. It is bouncing back up, and I think there is one more breakout that is still pending. If you are looking for entry, you can wait for some type of pullback on below this pennant. Somewhere around 3.69 would be really nice for this stock to get into. This is an amazing long-term hold, guys. This is definitely going to be pumping. There is a lot of buzz and news around it. They have amazing financials that I have been looking through, and everything looks solid for the long term. It's super cheap. Throw a couple $100 at it. Do covered calls if you need to, or you can play the swings based on the levels and what I've been playing in my Discord. You can follow that. Second stock I want to talk about is called LITE, Lumentum Holding. Look what this stock was doing. It was consolidating for so long around this price action right here, below 40 $42. Then what happened? After consolidating for a couple months, it got amazing squeeze out of it. So I'm going to walk you guys through with some of the pricing levels here. It went $88. That is definitely one of the marked level we have. The second price level is 155. I hope this stock never come back down to this particular one, considering I am into this some of these longs in here. But look at that. This stock has been gapping up the whole time. It gapping up, it takes some type of breather here again on 214 and straight up back up. You can definitely see a complete pump here all the way back up. So this is where I look to take some profits here, and price action has been consolidating on this level and probably forming this support level, which would be 309. So if it is too late and we never get a pullback, feel free to get into some of the calls or longs on this for the swings and see if price action decides to break out or pump higher using this level as a support level. I like this stock, keep an eye out. They are also having a lot of contracts with their clients. Let's move on to the CIEN, Sienna Corporation, very interesting stock. I know super expensive, but look into their performances and how amazingly they are squeezing all the way back up. There is a gap here, yes, but price action has been steadily climbing, which is what we want to see on the stock until here, until it hit the resistance right here, and 214 is where it hit the resistance, came back down, formed somewhat a support level here, which is $168, and then price has been again into the uptrend channel continuation. Then now what price action has been doing lately from last couple of weeks, price action seems to have hit a top here and bit of resistance. Looks like they're running out of gas here and they are consolidating to break even higher. I like the candle that I'm looking at right now on a day. This is also their all-time high, 261. But if you can try to get into some type of pullback on this support level that I have marked, 214, that will be amazing. If you have any more question, guys, feel free to join my Discord. It's free for a week. Ask me questions. I will tell you all my support and resistance levels and price targets that I'm targeting on some of these stocks. Let's move on to the fourth stock here called FN, called Fabrinet. Really nice stock. Same thing. It was consolidating for a while. You can see that a little bit of push, took a breather on a longer time frame monthly wise, and then we got a amazing squeeze all the way back up. This is what we want to see into any stock. We want to see a stock doing climb, a continuous climb, taking a slow back, pull back, and then again pushing up higher. What it does is actually it starts creating some type of support levels throughout the time. You can move this line here. You can consider this as a support line. Look at price action. It came back all the way up, came back down to this support channel. It has been in this uptrend channel the whole time and it hasn't broken yet. In fact, it seems to still holding it in the micro channel itself, and then I am looking for it to do a breakout even higher than what it is at right now, more than $500. This is one of the strong level, 430. This price action seems to be holding around this level for a couple of days now, which is great. It might be doing a consolidation to even break some higher, and that's does seem like it's trying to break out of this. I would love to see it breaking higher and probably testing this resistance line here somewhere on top, probably close to 690. That will be a nice target to have on this particular one. In terms of pullbacks, I think you can draw this. You can expect this type of 2-3 levels to act as a support level. Amazing stock. Look into their options. You might want to do some lips in this particular one. AAOI, it's one of my favorite one. They have been, I brought this when they started working with Amazon specifically. AAOI, known as Applied Optoelectronics. I got in around somewhere in like last time when it was pumping, couple months back last year, and I've been doing covered calls on it non-stop and making absolutely huge money on that one. So the stock did one price here, which is all-time high at that moment, almost 44, $45. Price went back. It was in a downtrend channel until it got more contracts and then the earnings, and then it has been following this uptrend channel the whole time. You can see it's bouncing off this channel here and the bottom yellow line, and it's still respecting that. So it's great along the line. If you want to see, there was a pullback and that was around 2019. This is where you could have done some type of DCA onto your position and would have got an amazing entry if you haven't been playing this particular stock. But stock actually bounced off from here. Looks like it's still doing its bouncing and taking a pullbacks, which is great. Here's another level that I like to see, 33, 34. Looks like price action seems to be around this price level here. You see it consolidated on this red candle on the daily and consolidated and break up out higher, in fact gapped up, and now I love to see this beautiful green candle here. I wonder if it's going to break out or probably gonna have another pullback, slow pullback for coming week. You can see if it comes to the support zone and try to get in. This is another long-term hold stocks, which is amazing. You should definitely think about this particular one. All right, we have second last GLW, which is Corning Incorporated. Very simple, straightforward. Stock has been squeezing after consolidation. It did broke couple of the levels back then. squeezing since then. There is a channel. I never really played that until it formed this type of support level on this stock. Soon as I saw price action has been consolidating here for a while, I realized that it's forming a support, and this is, you can look at 82.50 and look at price action bouncing, constantly bouncing off this particular thing. You do see some type of a uptrend channel that it has been forming, and which somewhat fell out of it but didn't really bleed out all the way down here, which is a very good sign because it price action held this one strong support level and it's still bouncing. And look what we got here. We got an amazing gap up all the way to the top of this channel that we have marked. I think sky is the limit with this particular one. This can still continue to pump. Even if it comes back down here, we should expect it to somewhat use this peak right here, 96, 97, as a support level. I would love to see that on pullback. It can again come back down to my strong support levels and bounce here. So you can look for entries on that particular one. All right, so the last one on this list we have is a CSCO, Cisco. We all have been looking into the Cisco. We all know Cisco has been a giant in networking and cables infrastructures and other data center areas for a long, long time. So the price action has been on an uptrend the whole time, as you can see. And then you can see lately it has been somewhat consolidating of this particular one right here. You see it making somewhat a crown shape, and think of this as a 74, 75 to be a nice pullback level even if we see a red day, and this level acting as a support for further upside. It's amazing stock, guys. There is this another support, strong support level that you can expect price action can come down to depending on how the sector rotation works. This is the level where 65, $66 range, every time price comes to this price range, it seems to be again trying to break up higher, break out higher. So amazing stock. Look into CSCO. It's a long-term leaps. You can look into that. If you can afford this stock, go ahead and buy and do covered calls. They have amazing options also on this one. I'm not really sure about the credit spread, but let me know if you have any questions, any support, resistance, price target, any other stocks, any other sectors that you want to know. Feel free to reach out in my Discord. It's completely free for a week. Join. I bet you won't regret it. Everybody else has been taking a huge advantage of all my swings and this type of knowledge and making a lot of money in my Discord, guys. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.